So here goes the roll call. Of course, 2 Southland Girls High School crews in this event, coached out of different clubs. The number 1 crew coached out of the Invercargill Rowing Club by Jack Allen. And here we go. And they're off. Okay, so nice clean dispatch. And as you look across the field, we can see that it's lane number 3. So it's Hillcrest High School, the North Island silver medalists. Just the early crew to push their bow out in front, and now all the others have moved up in a line. Perhaps the only crew that just dropping back a little bit is Rangiruru School number 1. They're stern a little bit behind the rest of the boats, but all the other bow balls are lined up pretty much in a line across us. We can see Southland Girls High School number 1 and lane number 5. They've moved their bow up to be in line with Hillcrest number 1, and then we come out to Southland Girls High School number 2. Then come across to Timaru Girls High School and Diocesan School for Girls, and then go across to the other side of the course. We've got Pukekohe and Roncalli. So as we said, Rangiruru just dropping back a little bit, as are the crew in lane number 6, which is Timaru Girls High School. But the bows that are prominent at this stage are Hillcrest High School and Southland Girls number 1, and then out to Southland Girls number 2. Right down on the inside there, Pukekohe is up there as well, as is Roncalli on the inside. So we've got 5 crews pretty much in a line across the field. Then we drop it back a little bit to Diocesan School for Girls in lane 7 and Timaru Girls High School, and then back to Rangiruru. But as they come up, they're about 400 metres gone so far, and they're just approaching the 500 metre mark. It's the crew out in lane 8, which is starting to push up on the other 3 leading crews. So we've got lanes 2, lane 3, lane 4, lane 8. So we've got Pukekohe and Hillcrest, and lane 5 is Southland Girls number 1, and lane 8 is Southland Girls number 2. Those will be the crews that are prominent at this stage. There's a line up right across as we go through the 500 metre mark. The crew to go through first will be Southland Girls number 1, followed by Southland Girls number 2. So the narrowest of margins between those 2, and the other crews, the reason you didn't get a call is because they're right behind them. There's only about a third of a length covering the top 6 crews, and Rangiruru, which is at the back of the field at the moment, is only half a length down. So Rangiruru supporters don't think that they're out of it. They're not, because all the boats have overlap at the moment. And we can see out on the outside here, Southland Girls High School number 2, just looking to try and make a bit of a move. Look across to Southland Girls High School number 1 in the middle of the field. They've got their rating up a little bit higher than the number 2 crew. Then you go back to Pukekohe High School. Pukekohe and Hillcrest right beside them. They're just going bow ball for bow ball. So it's stroke for stroke. They're just a little bit out of sequence. So as one crew goes in the water, then the number 3 goes ahead, and then as the oars come out and the other crew puts their oars in the water, then it's number 2 that surges ahead. So it's just that close. All the crews, as they go through about 750 metres, goodness me, what a tremendous sight. There's nobody dropping back here. All the crews have overlap, and there's only a half a length covering the whole field. So as they go through with about 700 or 800 metres gone, it's Southland Girls High School number 2 is the first to start showing out here. They've got to move at the 750, and they've gone half a length clear of their number 1 crew out in the middle of the field. Then you come out to the crew in lane 7, which is Diocesan School for Girls. They would be in 3rd spot, but they've only got 1 foot over the crew in lane 6, which is Timaru Girls High School, and they're lined up with Hillcrest and Pukekohe and Roncalli. There's still everybody there. The Rangiruru girls have come back into the bunch. So as they come up to the 1,000 metre mark, it's certainly Southland Girls High School number 2, but it's only by about 3/4 of a length over their number 1 crew as they go through the 1,000 metres, and then there's a huge lineup. So we can't really call them through, because I tell you what, it would just be boom, 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 boom. Now all the bows have come up a line as we sit on their sterns here. Rangiruru have come up into about 5th place. Southland Girls out by about, Southland Girls number 2 that is, about 3/4 of a length, but the pack is chasing. So you can see the
the bow ball of the number 1 crew, Southland Girls High School number 1, starting to push back up on them again, and they're bringing Timaru Girls High School through with them. And also coming with them is Diocesan School for Girls number 1. Then look across and it's Rangiruru have got themselves up into that 5th spot, and then go across to Hillcrest and Pukekohe and Roncalli. Pukekohe now would be in that 8th position, but as we said, there's very little across the field. Would only be about a length and a half across the whole field. As we come up, we've just gone through with 750 metres left to run, and it's still Southland Girls High School number 2. They've got 3/4 of a length over the crew of Timaru Girls number 1, who in turn would have just about a canvas over Southland Girls High School number 1, and then locked together is Diocesan School for Girls and Rangiruru number 1. Then go back to Hillcrest number 1, over to Roncalli and back to Pukekohe. As we come through and we're starting to approach the business end of the course, we're starting to get towards the 500 metre mark. There's 600 metres left to run. Southland Girls High School number 2, still by 3/4 of a length over the crew from Timaru Girls High School. Then it would be lane 7, which is Diocesan School for Girls. Then it would be across to Rangiruru. Then it would be out to Southland Girls High School number 1. Then it would be back to Hillcrest number 1. And then it would be back to Roncalli. And then it would be Pukekohe, who are just dropping off the pace a little bit. Through 500 metres left to go. And it's still Southland Girls High School number 2. And then it's the crew, the relentless charge, the relentless push from Timaru Girls. They're trying to get back up. And now they're bringing Rangiruru's number 1. So Rangiruru, after a slow finish, are starting to push through. Here we go. What have Southland Girls number 2 got? Because the challenge is coming. There's just a relentless push in the middle of the field. We can see the bow of Timaru Girls coming up, and it's up level with the Southland Girls High School number 4 with the stroke, and then look across to Rangiruru number 1. So we're just about 300 metres left to run. Here's the real business end of things. What have they got left? So still Southland Girls High School number 2, but Timaru Girls have lifted their rate, as have Rangiruru. Then come across to Diocesan School for Girls, then go back to Southland Girls number 1. I think you can just about count the rest out of them. 250 metres left to go, and there's only half a length in it. There's 4 or 5 crews up for grabs here. We can't say at this stage who it's going to be. So it's still Southland Girls High School number 2, but the big improver is Timaru. Timaru's still coming. It's down to a canvas. Timaru down to a canvas. Rangiruru down to a canvas into 3rd spot. And they're locked together with Timaru Girls High School number 1. So it's those 4 crews. I think you can count out Southland Girls number 1. Southland Girls High School number 2. They're bow ball for bow ball with the girls from Timaru. Timaru just looking to go ahead. And coming through the middle, we've got Rangiruru, and it's Timaru Girls High School, and it's Diocesan School for Girls. There's about 4 bow balls lined up, but it's now Timaru Girls have gone in front. Timaru Girls have gone in front, and then it's going to be Diocesan School for Girls, and then it's going to be Rangiruru. Southland Girls, what have they got on the finish? I don't know. It's going to be the judge's call, but I think it's going to be the school from lane number 6, I'll give it to. Timaru Girls High School from Diocesan, and then it'll be a photo finish between Rangiruru and Southland Girls number 2. What a tremendous race, folks. These girls gave it everything, and as we said, we saw them come through the 500, and there was only a length and a half in it. What a fantastic race. We'll leave it to the shore commentary, and we'll head on back to the start for some more fantastic racing.
Let's begin. This is the girls under 16 Coxed quad. And we begin with the winners of the bronze medal for 2014. Make a lot of noise, please, for Southland Girls High. And in this crew, we have Rihanna Maxwell, Maya Hegarty, Georgia Smith, Kerry Ann Sinclair, and they are very well coxed by Irene Souness. One for the coxswain, and they're coached by Russell Everett. The time, 7:46.22. Southland Girls High. Now the winners of the silver medal for the girls under 16 Coxed Quad, Diocesan School for Girls. Olivia Phipps, Hannah Malsop, Alice Grave, Alice Samanu, and they're coxed by Kate Leeming. Time for Dio, 7:45.55. They're coached by Rachel Arbuckle. Silver medal winners, Diocesan School for Girls. And now the Aon New Zealand Secondary School Rowing Champs, girls under 16 Coxed Quad champions for 2014, Timaru Girls High. They are very excited. We have Madeline Gillespie, Michaela Watt, Taylor Brown, Tarina Crampton. They're coxed by Brooke Clemette and coached by Dan Kelly and Alicia Wilson. And they will now be presented with the Bethlehem College Cup. This is the Bethlehem College Cup being handed over to our girls under 16 Coxed Quad champions, Timaru Girls High.